Sophia, I saw the Juliet McCurr with the New York Times. I saw I guess it's sort of a PSA today that you guys put together for, maybe in Katie's memory. I was thinking if that was difficult for you to debut that today, and just where you are sort of mentally after doing such kind of a heavy thing.
Yeah, I mean, anytime, I talk about Katie, it's obviously emotional. And then just with everything coming out today, it kind of brings all those feelings back to the surface. But I feel like I'm in a place where I can talk about it and talk about Katie in a really positive light, and it brings me more happiness. But obviously, yeah, anytime it's all over social media, it's tough to see, and it kind of, just reminds you. But I think what we put out and, the Players Tribune by Naomi, it was really cool and really good to read, and everything that we, do is now for Katie, so it means a lot. But yeah, obviously it's a tough thing to talk about.
Who else? Go ahead, Meg.
Just following up on that, in terms of protecting your own mental health at a tournament like this, how are the two of you approaching that right now in terms of having external campaigns? I mean, I'm sure we will be talking about your Nike campaign at some point, but there's a lot of external stuff. So how are you trying to focus on yourself at this moment in time as well?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great question. I know for the team in general, we had a team talk about that and about the pressures and, like you said, the external pressures that happen. And really, it was cool to hear from the veterans and how, we can lean on them and that they've been through every position, whether starter, not starter, coming in, all those things. So it was really cool to have that as well. And then for me too, I have a sports psych that I talk to that really helps me. And then, yeah, just leaning on your teammates who are sharing the experience with you.
Yeah, I think a big thing is leaning on your teammates and knowing that we're all in this together. Whatever those emotions may be, everyone's probably felt it at some time. For me, deleting Twitter, best thing I've ever done. No idea what's happening, but I think just kind of balancing, we did all these shoots and partnerships and stuff months ago, and it's all coming out now, and it's a lot, and it's something new every day. So trying to just kind of push that aside and focus on what we are here to do, and that's to play soccer and win a World Cup, and just finding that balance, I think, is super important.
JT and then Jeff.
Thanks, Aaron. Jonathan Tannenwald of the Philadelphia Inquirer. Emily, you were referencing the veterans a moment ago, and I wonder where you place yourself in the spectrum of new guard to old guard to middle to whatever, because you have been part of the senior national team for a good while now.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, I guess I would put myself in the middle. I think, think of Alex, Pino, Crystal. There's so many veterans on this team and people that have played in multiple World Cups, Olympics. So it's been really cool for me to be with those players and to learn from them. And then, yeah, I agree. I mean, I am kind of in the middle where I have been here for a while. So also, we have our leaders on the team, but I think everyone is a leader and everyone influences. So whether it's your subgroup or people you sit with at lunch, I think everyone has seen that they have an impact and that they can be a leader. And like we said before, show support to everyone that's on the team. Yeah.
And both of these players played in 2 Youth World Cups as well. Go ahead, Jeff.
Jeff Carlisle with ESPN. Along similar lines, what's the best time to kind of unplug from everything, or do you even have an opportunity to unplug from everything? Is it meal times, or are there other times where you can kind of decompress?
Yeah, I think we do have time during the day to decompress. Once we step on the field, when we're in meetings, we're locked in, focused on what it is we're doing. But then I think, a lot of us, as soon as we go into our room or we go to a meal, it's all that aside, and it's just time to kind of bond with your teammates and have fun and enjoy it, because I think it's very easy to get so focused on the task that you forget that, like, you're at a World Cup and this is cool and this is fun and something that you should be present and, you know, fully experience. So we all try to remind ourselves of that and to just be present and to, you know, enjoy the little times together, whether it's at meals or, I don't know, hanging out in the recovery room, whatever it may be. We definitely try and be present and enjoy it.
We also had a nice relaxing brunch this morning, which is always nice. I think it's Kevin and then Rach.
Hi, thanks for coming, guys. Kevin Baxter, LA Times. Sophia, for you, you've been playing so well in the NWSL the last 2 years. Obviously, this is not the NWSL, it's your first World Cup. And I'm wondering, does that momentum, do you think it carries over, or do you start from scratch? And how important for the team is it to have this first game be a really good game to sort of set a marker?
I mean, obviously, I carry any momentum I can get into this. It's a big tournament. It's a World Cup. So any type of, you know, confidence that I have from the NWSL, I bring it with me into this. Obviously, it's a whole different ball game. It's hard. And I'm just excited for that next challenge and hope to be the same player that I am in the NWSL with this team, and that's contributing in any way I can. If it's scoring goals, if it's assisting, if it's just working my butt off to do the dirty work, I'll do it. So I you know, I'm going into this tournament feeling good and confident, but also knowing that it's going to be hard. And what was your other question?
How important is it that this first game to put down a marker to play really well?
Yeah, I mean, every game's important. This game, you know, is the only one we're focused on right now, this first game. It's going to be a hard game. You know, it doesn't matter who we're playing. Every game in a World Cup's a challenge, and it's going to take all of us to win every game that we play. So we're very focused on this first game and hope to start this tournament off on the right foot.
Hey, Rachel Bachman from the Wall Street Journal. This is for both of you. Vlatko has talked about how each team you're going to play in the group stage has a very distinctive style. What kind of style does Vietnam bring? What kind of challenges do you think they'll present, and how have you prepared for those?
Yeah, I mean, Vietnam is a team that we expect to kind of sit in a low block, and those teams are hard to break down. So we've been working a lot on that, but I think at the end of the day, the biggest focus is on ourselves and the game that we want to play and the style that we want to play and the style that we know how to play, regardless of who it is we're playing. Obviously, you have to adapt, you have to change on the fly. That's the game. But, you know, going into every game and going into this first one against Vietnam, our biggest focus is ourselves. And I think that will ultimately lead us to getting the results that we want.
Jeff Kassouf with Guardian. There was a lot of talk about coming here in January and getting familiarized, and I guess Emily specifically, maybe on this one, just like the, do you feel that now that you're here? Do you feel any familiarity in terms of you kind of had these test runs to go through it in some way, and are you seeing that in any way as you go through the days now?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think coming here in January was great, just in terms of like even the travel to get here, the time change, playing at Wellington and the travel day for that, experiencing that. So yeah, I think coming here in January was great preparation, and you know, we are staying in the same area too. So yeah, it is definitely familiar, and I think we feel good.
Hi guys, Molly Hunter from NBC. Very excited that you guys are both here. Sophia, you have talked about the pressure, obviously, of being defending champs, but you've also said it's exciting and it means people believe in you. Can you guys both just speak to the pressure of being defending champs going into this, but also just the excitement that comes with?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think with this team, no matter what, there's always going to be pressure, and so I think, you know, as soon as you step on this team and you're ready for that and you're expecting it. So I think in terms of, you know, this World Cup, we're focusing on the first game, we're taking it game by game, and then really just, you know, I think some people have talked about this, but like attacking the challenge and this World Cup. Like the team has won 2 World Cups in the past, but like we're thinking of this as like a new challenge, and we're attacking it and focusing game by game, Vietnam first. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, being on this team, it comes with, you know, a big target on your back. It comes with pressure. It comes with a big platform. and we all know that. This is nothing new. Even the young players who haven't played in a World Cup, we know that. You know, the veterans make sure we know that. But it's exciting. You know, it's obviously incredible what this team has done, and all we hope to do is kind of continue on that legacy and, you know, push the boundaries and be even better and you know, make history and do things that, you know, teams have never done. So it's really exciting, and it's an honor to, you know, be on this team and wear this crest and represent our country, and we all take a lot of pride in that. So the pressure that comes with it, we all kind of have accepted that. Is just kind of what life has become now, and I think it's fun. I love it. Yeah, I mean, it's fun to me.
Anyone else? Lakin's up here.
Lakin Lippman with Fox Sports. You mentioned that the veterans will not let you forget that you guys have a target on your back. What are the specific things that they do to make sure that you don't forget?
I mean, they're just such big personalities, and anytime if something's hard or if like a younger player is like, oh, you know, today they remind us like that's what it takes. You know, this is what this environment is, and they've been there, they've done it, they've gone through everything to do it, and just them sharing their experiences with us, their experiences from past World Cups, what it took to win, the hard days, the, you know, miserable days, the days when you're not getting along, all those things, all those stories, I think have helped all of us, you know, younger players or players who don't have experience in world tournaments, know what to expect and know to embrace it and know, you know, learn to just take it all in and know that it's a really cool experience, the good and the bad of it. So just them sharing their experience with us has been so valuable for us to just kind of learn and be prepared for what is about to happen.
Last one for the dais right there.
Amy Pickering, Stats Perform News. Sophia, you spoke about wanting to carry the momentum from your club into the tournament, but if you carry your goal scoring form into it, you could be in line for the Golden Boot. Is that something you're thinking about at all?
I'm thinking about winning a World Cup. I'm thinking about winning the first game against Vietnam. Whatever that looks like, whoever scores, whatever the score is a win, and that's the biggest thing to me as a team. If it takes me scoring a lot of goals for us to win, I'll do that. If it takes me playing a lot of defense, I'll do that. We all have the same goal, and it's to win, and it's to start off by, you know, beating Vietnam, and whatever it takes to do that, whoever it takes, whoever's on the field, we believe in everyone. So I'm not thinking about individual things like that. I'm thinking about as a team, you know, it's winning each game as they come.
I mean, Foxy scored a game winner a couple months ago. Good job, Foxy. All right, we're going to break it down for some roundtables here for a few minutes.